How's everybody doing tonight? Good to see y'all here. Welcome to the Focal Point. I'm going to turn it over to the Buckhannon Brothers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I just wanted to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out all these years and being such a good bunch of people. And I'd like to dedicate this to Eric Stein tonight.
Yeah.
Praying for his best health, and I don't know what the future holds, but we're hoping the best for him.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with a little fiddle tune called the St. Anne's Reel. By the way, who ordered the 3-piece extra crispy? I think you have impeccable taste.
I decided to put my Fitbit on my right hand so I get my steps. Is this mic on?
We'll be here all night. Santa Anne's Reel.
We have some folks in the audience from up in Springfield, and I think Santa Anna's leg, his wooden leg is in Springfield, Illinois. I know, I've seen it. It's really fun to go see.
Sounds like a good time. We spend half our time tuning up and the other half playing out a tune. That sound about right to you all?
I'm having trouble.
Talk amongst yourselves.
We'll try that.
I think he's looking at it and he's seeing his grades he used to get in high school. D's. I saw a D.
I saw a big F right there. One big fat big F. You don't want to see that on an Easter. All right, we're going to do a little ragtime tune for you. This is one called the Dallas Rag, and this is on our first CD. And I'd like to introduce everybody up here, by the way. Dennis, this is your wife, Emily. Remember that, because there's a lot of cuties out there. Dennis, my brother, on guitar. And then Emily on the keyboards there. and Mr. Tom Mason on the drums. And he'll be stretching his vocal cords later, too. Thank you. Anyway, a little bit of dance rag. Thank you. Ragged but right. Don't worry, folks, it's only O'Douls. This tune was actually written by Jimmy O'Doul over in Ireland. It's called The Rights of Man. No, I don't know where it came from. It's an Irish tune. Bells for a Schwiggevogoos.
Good thing I had the lid on it.
That's what they keep telling me, put a lid on it. Anyway, here's another ragtime tune. We learned a lot of these old rags from a band called the Etc. String Band, which were an amazing band. It was Kevin Sanders on guitar, Pat Ireland on fiddle, and Dennis Pash on mandolin. And we learned a lot of the tunes from their first album they came out with. And we've kept up with them over the years. Dennis is out in San Francisco, and the other two are up in Kansas City. So we'll play this version of Doc Brown's Cakewalk. It's not the original.
This is the AM.
Yeah, this is the St. Louis version. Anyway, it's a great little tune. I think you'll like it. I promise I'll try not to tune too much.
Too late.
I don't like to keep it play out of tune, and then you'll notice it if I do. But I try to do y'all good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
That was the hardest one we're gonna do all night. Oh, yeah.
We'll be doing a couple more of those a little later. Some of them are pretty tricky.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Anyway, this is an old waltz we used to play quite a bit of and haven't done it in a while. So it's a What's it? Canadian waltz?
Nova Scotian.
Nova Scotia, okay. It's called the Loria Brand.
This was composed by Elmer Briand for his granddaughter, I believe. He was a cross-eyed fiddler I couldn't see eye to eye with. I always use that joke. I don't know why. You all probably have it memorized by now. But... Here we go. The Laura Briand. That's on one of our CDs back there if you're interested.
All right.
We've got some product coming out. Some product. We're slipping discs to you. My chiropractor asked me to do that. Well, this is a little tune I made up, and I dedicated it to Mississippi John Hurt. And I call it Ode to Mississippi John Hurt. I was gonna call it Ode to the IRS, but that's a perfume that's out already.
How much did you owe them?
I don't owe them nothing. All right. Got a little intro, and then we'll get right into it. It's funny how some of those tunes just come to you. And lately, we've had some, Dennis and I have been making up some tunes. I've never done it in my life before, but for some reason, there's been some creativity spells going on. No longer am I delving into the past. I'm making fresh new tune. But anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, here's a nice little tune you'll like. And if it gets stuck in your head, you'll be whistling it on the way home.
I just hope it's stuck in ours.
That's a big if.
That's another one of those from, yeah, this is another one from that etc. string band. It's a rag, but we're gonna play the full piece this time. It's called, yeah, With Fire and Sword.
Sounds kind of violent. Yeah.
By somebody in Kansas City. His name was Johnson. It might have been Howard Johnson. All right, you got that thing?
I think I got it. This one's going out to the etc. string band. They're gonna tune into the show when you guys put it on your YouTube. So we gotta play it right, y'all. Okay, here we go.
That was a miracle, wasn't it?
Another O'Doul's, please. Only add a little alcohol to it. Just kidding. We'll send that one out to Steve and Dale out there. Some good friends of ours. Lots of good friends out there.
Yeah, great to see everybody out there smiling on us.
If we didn't have such good friends, we wouldn't have a crowd here tonight. All right, well, here's another one. Pretty little waltz that came back to me over a period of time. We used to play a long time ago, and it's called the Peekaboo Waltz. Thank you very much. We'll play that one for all those chronic waltzers out there. There's a 3-step program for them.
We used to go to a lot of fiddle contests many, many years ago, and that was always one of the big ones they always used to play.
We got Tom lined up now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do an old hobo tune here from the 1930s, I guess here. I'm sure you may have heard it before. I used to hear it as a child on Captain Kangaroo, I think they, like Burl Ives would sing it or whatever. But anyway, I'm sure you'll all recognize it. Ready, boys? One evening when the sun went down, the jungle fire was burning. Down the track come a hobo hiking, and he said, boys, I'm not turning. He said, I'm headed for a land that's far away, beside a crystal fountain. So come with me, we'll go and see the big rock candy mountains. On the big rock candy mountains, there's a land that's fair and bright, where the handouts grow on bushes and they sleep out every night. Where the boxcars all are empty, the sun shines every day. Oh, the buzzing of the bees in the cigarette trees, the lemonade spring where a bluebird sings in the big rock candy mountain. That's my favorite cousin Curtis there on the mandolin. On the big rock candy mountain, the cops have wooden legs, the bulldogs all have rubber teeth, the hens lay soft-boiled eggs. The longest trees are full of fruit and the barns are full of hay. I'm about to go where there ain't no snow, the rains don't fall and the winds don't blow in the big rock candy mountains. rock canyon mountains, you never change your socks. Little streams of alcohol come trickling down the rocks. The men have to tip their hats and the railroad bulls are blind. There's a lake of stew and a whiskey too. You can paddle all around in a big canoe in the big rock canyon mountains. In the big rock canyon mountain, the jails are made of tin, and you can walk right out again as soon as you are in. There ain't no picks or shovels, no axes, saws or picks. I'm bound to stay where you sleep all day and hung the jerk that invented work in the big rock canyon mountains. I'll see you all this coming fall in the big rock candy mountain. Thank you.
Mr. Tom Mason there. He's got his vocalizer warmed up.
That's not a very motivational tune, is it?
I like it though. It's right up the alley for us retirees.
I'll never get to be salesman of the month listening to a song like that.
You learned that from a guy that lived down in a van by the river, didn't you?
Yeah. Parked right next to mine.
We got a slow piece for you, a nice Gaelic melody it's called. And we hope you like this. Dennis is going to play a little picking style on it. Hang on just a minute. I wouldn't tune again, but I had to. You know, the richest country in the world is Ireland. You know why? Its capital is always Dublin. I like that joke. All right, it's called the Gaelic melody. It sounds like something you'd order at Applebee's.
pretty, Dennis.
Here's one that was requested that we play by, by Thomas. Thomas Carr.
It's a big hit when we play at the library. It's called Whispering. File that in your Dewey's Decimal.
That's going to come in handy.
Thank you very much.
Wouldn't be an evening without one of those.
My barber does a lot of that. By the way, he's from Canada. I call him the Alberta Clipper. Speedy O'Doul's talking. Okay, this is another one of those interesting rags we learned from the Sutter boys.
This was by request, too.
Oh, by request, okay.
From,
We've had
from
many
Tom.
requests, but we're gonna quit, keep playing anyway.
Yeah, thinking again, Mr. Tom Coryell and his lead person tonight, Riley, doing all the sound. These guys work their tails off here. And Paul on the video, and this just makes it a joy to play here. The care they take with the quality of the sound here, really. Yeah. You sound perfect.
Maybe I should take up piano.
Maybe we need to digitalize our instruments.
Well, this is a great little tune called Iola, and it was written by a young teenager for his high school in Iola, Kansas, and he was a great kid, I guess. Kids don't do that these days, do they?
No. Kids don't write fiddle tunes. Kids write obscenities on subway walls.
It was another time, wasn't it? All right, here we go.
They write fiddle tunes on it, so.
Well, yeah, we should try that.
All right, Iola. I owe you a whole lot of money. Thank you very much. And thank you for requesting that.
Yeah, we haven't played it for a long time.
Here's an old schottisch we learned from a 78 in my collection of 78s. I have a few. And this is one by the Bluebird Band on the Bluebird label, and it's called the Schottish Skip. So I guess there was a house band for the Bluebird label. I'm not quite sure about it, but anyway, it's a neat little schottisch, and Donna says it was in Schindler's List, I believe.
His song list?
Oh, it was in the elevator.
All right, here we go. We always like to include a schottisch. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. The old Schottish skip. We're gonna take you to the Ukraine now, maybe, huh? It's called Moscow Nights. Thank you very much.
Kind of makes you want to raid Ukraine.
Ukraine, you're next, then you play. Anyway, we're hoping all the best for those folks over there. It's a mess. And now, from the lovely country of Russia, we go to Argentina on your little travel log. This is a little tune called Pampa de la Rimas, and I learned it from the Mando Mafia, and they dug it up from somewhere, I don't know. But I love the tune, and I hope you all like it. It's, yeah, it's different. Okay, goes like this. Sure. Here's another tune we learned from the Cheap Suit Serenaders. R. Crumb's famous for that. One Dennis going to play called the Cuckoo Waltz. Clock went cuckoo. We're going to take one more song, and then we're going to take a short break. And we do have some CDs out there, and some of those original guitar pieces will be on there that we'll be playing tonight. And Jeff and Tim, our special guests, will be coming up on the next set, so get ready for that. We installed seatbelts for that. Oh, I kicked her out. All right. This is a nice little polka we learned from Jean Carnier, I think. Is that Jean Carnier? That's Japanese. He's a Canadian fiddler. Joys of Quebec. right, thank you very much. We will take a short break, and then we'll see you again. And we got some special fun lined up.
All right. What'd you think of that first set? It was awesome. Good. I like the banter that goes along with that music. It's a lot of fun. So, and I thank you again for coming tonight. And I'm going to turn it back over to the guys with instruments.
Thank you.
There's a man, Mr. Curtis Buchanan is back there merchandising, I guess.
Or selling chicken. One of the two.
Selling chicken.
He's got a little side hustle, selling chicken.
We got a couple special guests tonight, but first up is our good friend, Geoff Seitz. You guys all know Geoff.
Say, let me say something real quick here before we start. Our esteemed announcer here, Jeff, mentioned that the Focal Point's been going on since 1975. Kurt and Dennis Buchanan were the core of Cousin Curtis and the Cash Rebates, which was one of the bands that played in those very, very early days when Focal Point was in a little room right next to Music Folk. I think it was run by the Boyers back in those days, and so these guys are, I mean,
They're old.
they're old. Yeah. I mean, really old, but still good. and they're old, but they're awfully tough indeed. That's very good. All right, so we're going to start off with a tune called Duck's Eyeball. Yeah. I learned this off a couple crazy friends of mine, Don Coleman of Skokie, Illinois, and Jim Cooper in Kalamazoo, Michigan. They learned it from a guy named Lachlan Shaw, a recording of Lachlan Shaw, which was an old fiddler from North Carolina. So here we go, a little Duck's Eyeball. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Beautiful. That's a dandy.
When you hear the tune, you realize how they came up with the Duck's Eyeball. It makes perfect sense.
I mean,
The title, I mean, yeah.
that's the first thing I think of. All right. This next tune's called the Elk River Blues. Comes from the playing of Ernie Carpenter, who was a West Virginia fiddler. And he wrote this tune, and playing a lot of tunes people wrote here. He wrote this tune as a kind of a memory or a sad song for a sad tune for their farm, which was flooded out when they put up a dam on the Elk River. So. Ready? 1, 2.
Here's one we actually I call it the copper and platinum two-step because it's not quite up to silver and gold. It's not quite the fine metal. Anyway, you want to try this?
I will.
Our cubics are counting.
Pot metal. Okay. Well, Val and I, we have chickens around our house, and anytime you see a hawk, it's a little bit kind of weird. And I was sitting in the back room playing my fiddle, and I looked out the window, and there was a hawk on the fence. And so I wrote this tune while I was looking out there. The chickens were locked up at the time, so don't worry, it was all good. Until we ate them for supper. No, just kidding. All right, here we go. Ready?
And we're going to call another special guest up here now. Our good friend, Mr. Tim Martin, a.k.a. Lefty. How you doing there, Lefty?
I'm doing good.
All right, man.
How's the bed bugs? Fantastic.
We got some bedbug fans out there tonight. I know by the t-shirts. They're very nice. Lefty and the Bedbugs is one of Tim's side projects here.
We have a few bed bugs up here on the stage with me, but they won't fess up to it.
There's one.
Now it's my turn to tune up.
You know, Tim, we were down at the feed store to get some chicken feed, and they had a little display for bed bug stuff, and I just about got one for it.
No respect. Any of you folks out there, did you have a wise old grandpa? Yeah. Did you? I did. But if I did, I would hope he'd give me these words of advice. Oh, by the way, my granddaughter's out there. Haley, this is fictitious. Come on, sister, give me a good rhythm here. Seems like the world is spinning upside down, spinning out of control. People fussing and fighting over the things they don't know. One thing to ease my worried mind, one thing that is true, is that you need a left and a right to make a good pair of shoes. So I asked my old grandpa for some good advice. Can you tell me the secret to a happy life. He looked me straight in the eyes, and then he said, these words will work for you, don't you ever forget. Germs don't grow in whiskey, and beer won't give you the flu. You can smoke a little Mother Nature with a friend or two. It ain't a sin to drink some gin, wine is good for you. Just be good to yourself, don't be nobody's fool. Germs don't grow in whiskey, and beer won't give you the flu. You can smoke a little Mother Nature with a friend or two. It ain't a sin to drink some gin, wine is good for you. Just be good to yourself, and don't be nobody's fool. And don't be nobody's fool. Thank you.
All right.
Where's Curtis at? Get up here, you lazy bum.
In fact, they're racking up sales. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there's some awesome Buckhannon Brothers CDs back there for sale. How many do you have tonight, Kurt? You got about 4 different volumes there, I think. Yeah.
And a guitar project with original guitar.
All right.
And by the way, it's
Wow.
Lefty who records all that.
Lefty's a fine, solid recording engineer.
I got them Buffalo.
Yeah.
And Christmas is right around the corner, so just
Right, it is right around the corner. Lefty, you want to explain what you're holding on your lap there?
This is a pickaxe handle with a humbucker pickup on it, and it's a lot of fun. It's called a diddly bow.
Diddly bow.
yeah, so there'll be some fiddling and diddling. Okay.
Diddly bow always reminds me of like when you're like in junior high and like in gym class, and like the coach like takes roll call on the first day and hollers out your last name. Like, so like when Bo Diddley was in junior high, you go Diddly Bo here. That's probably what happened, right?
Totally.
Diddly Bo front and center. Dress out.
Hang around in town does a stand-up act.
Anyway, that's a diddly bow there.
Here's a little tune I made up about a pet chicken of mine back when I was a kid. It's called Daisy in the Barnyard. Hope you like it. I learned, what am I trying to say? She was a good chicken. She ate too many ant eggs and died.
Nice. All right.
I forgot to tell you that
I had some swamp music going.
It was definitely swamp music.
It was, yeah. I forgot to use it.
Makes you want to drain the swamp.
All right, we hope you like our special music.
All right, this next one's called the Eagle River Waltz, which I learned off of a guy named Trimble Gilbert, who's a fiddler from the very, very far north of the Yukon, and he's an Athapascan Indian. And when the Jesuits went through there, they had some fiddles with them, and these Indians took to them like immediately, and it's been part of their tradition for hundreds of years. And so he played this tune here called the Eagle River Waltz.
Did you hear about that Eskimo who got lost up there?
No.
Yeah, he couldn't keep his bearings straight.
Whoa.
Hey, you know what? It's a good thing those Jesuits didn't bring them diddly bows.
You're right. God knows what would have happened.
They may have burned them for fuel.
All right.
You might be like a Billiken. Got it. That's like an Inuit god. If you would have ended up there. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Beautiful, Jeff.
All right.
All right, we're gonna. Who was that?
He's running the voodoo down now.
That's what happens when a diddly bow gets up in the Yukon. And then single. Okay. So this next one's called Corina, Corina. I'm going to send it out to my friends here, Wayne and Maryland.
All right.
Came all the way down from Springfield area, Springfield, Illinois area.
We
And,
got some other folks from Springfield, Illinois.
they're over there
Aaron
too.
and-
Yep. You can have a piece of this too.
I'm gonna send it out to everybody.
Why not? And by the way, you all win Saturday. So, for coming out. Thank you so much for that. You can't believe how incredible it is to play with these folks, man. It's fantastic.
Same here, buddy.
It's a little Corina, Corina, old country song kind of thing. Blues country thing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Corina, big stay last night. Corina, where'd you stay last night? You come home this morning, the sun was shining bright. But I love Corina, tell the world I do. I love Corina, tell the world I do. Just a little more love, babe. Just a heartbeat true. Devil around there now, how about that? Corina, she's far across the sea. Corina, she's far across the sea. She don't write me no letters, she don't care about me. But I love Corina, tell the world I do. I love Corina, tell the world I do. Just a little more love, babe, let your heart be true. Cousin Curtis, let's kick it around there, cuz. Corina, where you been so long? Corina, where you been so long? I ain't had no love, babe, since you've been gone. But I love Corina, tell the world I do. I love Corina, tell the world I do. Just a little more love, babe, let your heart beat you. Everybody say it right.
Mighty fine.
All right, here we go. This next tune here I learned from the playing of Lonnie Robertson, which was a great fiddle player from Springfield, Missouri. And it's called the Mama Blues. A couple of fiddlers down that way used to play this tune. And it goes a little bit like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
now from the sublime to the ridiculous. Here's a little tune I learned from Santiago Jimenez Jr., who actually came and played at the Frontier Folklife Festival years ago under the arch, and that was such a great festival. And I ran into him in Skokie, Illinois, at a hotel I was staying in, and his whole band was playing up there for a wedding or something, and I reacquainted myself with him, and he came up to my hotel room and played this tune, which I immediately fell in love with, and it's called Nuestra Amore. So, New Love. Hold on just a minute.
Maybe new string.
Nuestro string. All that hokum done got me out of tune. I think that's good. Much. Appreciate it. We're kind of wrapping it up here tonight now. We wished, and we're very happy everybody came out that did. And we want to turn it on over to Tom, who's going to sing a song about well, he'll utter a few words about it.
Come on, Tom, milk it.
I don't reckon we've done this all together here before, have we, boys? All right, this is Milk Cow Blues here.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Well,
I have to say something because St. Louis lost a lot of great musicians here in the last few years. And one who probably wasn't as famous as most was old Les Jelly Roll Lewis. And he used to play this song. The first time I heard him play it, it was a long time ago, and it just knocked me off the chair because a guy so young could play, the blues so good.
Yeah.
He's definitely missed.
Absolutely. He played on this stage many, many a time as well.
I might add also that there is an original cash rebate was by the name of Mark Mason.
That's right, yeah.
So I'd like to thank them for coming out. Him and Sherry.
Thank you all for coming out.
Great.
Well, I woke up this morning, looked out my door, couldn't see my milk cow. Tell by the way she looked, if you see my milk cow, please drive her home, 'cause I ain't had no milk and butter since that milk cow been gone. Yes, I tried to treat you right, honey, day by day. Get out your little prayer book, get out on your knees and pray. You're gonna need my love someday. You're going to be sorry, woo-hoo, you treated me that way. Come on there, Curtis. Jeff. Good evening. Don't the sun look good going down? I said, well, good evening. Don't the sun look good going down? And don't your room seem lonesome? Your lover ain't no place around. I tried everything, baby, to get along with you. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Gonna stop my crying, gonna leave you alone. You don't believe I'm leaving. Count the days I'm gone, you're gonna need my loving someday. You're going to be sorry, woo-hoo, you treated me that way. Let's take it out, son.
Thank you all very much for coming out. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You want another one, do you? Maybe I'll finally get tuned up on this last one.
Doubt it.
Why don't you roll the share?
Yeah.
You can tell we're highly organized.
Yeah, there's no more songs on the paper now. There you go. Let's do that.
AAB.
A, B, yeah.
Hey, baby.
Okay, so this comes from the playing of a black fiddle player by the name of Bill Driver, who was a great dance fiddler and a great just entertainer all around. And there's a recording of him playing this tune, and he goes, "Let's just play this old Iberia tune." So it's an old Iberia is a town like between St. James and the Lake of the Ozarks. It's like right in between there on that highway. So we're gonna play the old Iberia tune. Right? It's kind of near Evansville, yeah. Right?
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Dennis Buckhannon on the guitar, Emily Buckhannon on the piano, Mr. Tom Mason on drums, and Tim Martin as lefty on the swinette, on the diddly bow, and Jeff Seitz on fiddle. How about that?
Thank you again, everybody.
Curtis Buchanan over there on the Mandy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about me.